All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to Within the Pixels. I'm here with Aamir, and what we're going to do today is talk about privileged access management and strategies around it. Some questions are going to be formulated around that, and we're going to get into it. And but first, I want to Aamir to introduce himself and tell us a little bit about how he got into privileged access management.
Thank you for inviting me. Yes, I am Muhammad Aamir. I'm working in cybersecurity field since many years. I have worked with privilege access management strategy. That is a security strategy and set of tools designed to manage, monitor, and control access to critical systems and sensitive data by the users or elevated or privileged access rights. Such as system administrators, network engineers, and database managers. Everybody in IT knows that they are privileged people. They have more control than usual users. They have more rights. They can access almost everything. So there are so many key components of privileged access management. For example, credential vaulting. Privileged access management stores privileged credentials like passwords, keys in a secure fashion. Encrypted wallets, reducing the risk of unauthorized access.
Okay.
And
Very good.
we can discuss that least privilege principle applies to normal users. In order to limit the users, we give them access right to the only to the resources they need to perform their duties, just utilizing a few of softwares and applications and tiny area of a big developed software or network, minimizing the exposure to them.
Yes. So let me talk about a little bit about critical systems and PAM, and give me like 3 points around how PAM can protect critical systems.
Yes, PAM is too much critical. It have to mitigate insider threats. For example, colleagues, internal users of the organizations. So how it happens that privileged users have vast access, big access. So misuse can lead to severe damage. PAM minimizes the risk of insider threats. We have to control the users and give them the limited or required access only. If they have access to, for example, a large database that they do not need to see everything, they can even modify the data or database in such a way that nobody can trace it, and it is not legal. So the other benefit is preventing the data breaches. Compromised privileged access accounts are often used in cyber attacks. Mostly, PAM protects these accounts, reducing the risk of breaches. So we have to, apply the PAM. Regulatory compliance. PAM helps meet regulatory compliance. For example, GDPR or HIPAA or PCI DSS, in order to, utilize the applications used in hospitals and for payments. Those kind of applications are very sensitive, and we need to know that who is accessing what and who is privileged for what. So PAM is there. Yes, we need to have multi-factor authentication in order to implement the PAM. And the other
brought that up.
Yes.
I'm glad you brought that up. So let's talk about some components around PAM, like multi-factor, MFA at the front door, MFA, everywhere. Talk to me more about some key components around privileged access management and how that's going to lock down or at least make an environment safer and raise up the security context of a company.
Actually, PAM strategy is essential for organization for managing the sensitive data, as I spoke later, as it helps protect critical systems and data from misuse and breaches. So, in my point of view, the key components of PAM are privileged access account discovery and inventory, Uh, that means that identify and catalog the privilege accounts. The first step is to discover all privilege accounts across the organization, including the user accounts, service accounts, application accounts, and devices.
Right on.
This very much helps in maintaining a real-time inventory of accounts that require protection. And the automated discovery tools are PAM solutions often include automated tools to scan and identify even hidden or unmanaged privileged accounts across the network. Um, the other most important point is that credential walleting and management, secure credential storage, automated password rotation, elimination of hard-coded credentials. These are very important aspects of PAM. For example, in secure credential storage, privileged credentials, passwords, SSH keys that are secure socket header keys are stored in a secure encrypted wallet. Encrypted means that the bits are converted to some kind of intermixed bits that nobody can decrypt it very easily without the knowledge of the password.
Right.
Encrypted wallet to prevent unauthorized access. These wallets are protected by strong encryption algorithms that I have discussed earlier. That AES 128 is the advanced encryption standard that people are using to encrypt the data, and so far it is proven that it cannot be broken. We can do the automated password rotation fashion. Passwords for privileged accounts should be rotated regularly. We need to change them, and it automatically reduces the risk of credential compromise. If you are not changing a password, keeping it regularly the same thing that you have entered at the very startup, somebody may be accessing your data and might be observing you, that what are you entering. So it is very dangerous, and we need to do the elimination of hard-coded credentials. For example, you install some application and by default the password and login is admin. What I do is that I do not take care of that. I focus over the installation and the problems and the other things, but I do not focus over the core issue, that is I need to change the default passwords first of all. So we have to do it and intermix the password using different types of and difficult characters, and not the phrase and not your birthday and your name and these kind of common things. We have to eliminate these things.
Right. Okay, let me ask you this. We've got a couple more minutes. We got a minute and a half left. Give me a real world scenario where PAM really saved the day. Where that something happened that was mitigated because of a privileged access management solution.
Uber data breach in 2017 is a very famous example, and almost everybody knows it. That a real world scenario that illustrates how PAM can prevent and mitigate the security breaches in 2017, the Uber data breach.
Right.
Uber suffered a data breach that exposed the personal information of 57 million riders and drivers. That was a biggest, bang of the year. The breach occurred when attacker accessed the sensitive data stored on Uber's own cloud servers. It was unfolded. Attackers compromised privileged credentials, escalation of privileges they performed. Something was observed that lack of proper privilege access controls were implemented, and it was publicized later on by Uber that this happened. Uber did not implemented the sufficient controls to protect its privileged credentials, or even failed to monitor access to its critical system and critical information. That was really very important, what I think. The breach was undetected for some time, and it was running in the same case, and the Uber ultimately paid the attackers to delete the stolen data.
All right. Well, very
Yeah.
good. This has been great, and I enjoyed having you on the show, and do appreciate you. And we will do a follow-up session in the coming weeks or so, and see how everybody's doing, how you're doing, and I do appreciate you again. So thanks for stopping by, Aamir, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye. All right.
Bye.
Bye.